Hi, my name is Sean. Welcome to another Boothmasters video. This is the Bullet Pro wiring guide. So you've got three trigger boxes right here. The cords I'm showing right now are the actual cords that are linking the three Esper boxes together. There's one going from the first to the second, and then the second to the third. They're all plugging into that input slot, which I showed right there. The third one right here is actually going down to our Pixel Pro, which is allowing the signal from our remote trigger to trigger the flashes. Here it is. Now I'm going to go through and show you that each of these sync cords is being plugged into its independent port. The things you need to know: in the sixth port of the first and third Esper box, you've got the flash cord, and then in the first is the daisy chain from one Esper box to the other. So it's going from the input of the first into the first slot of the Esper box next to it. Okay, so looking down here, there are actually three USB-Cs that are actually supplying power to these Esper boxes. They just plug right into your power strip right here. Over here are two USB hubs. They have 7 ports each. You just need 11 for the 11 cam. The anchors, that's what they are called. They're supplying the computer with the information from your camera. There's 11 of them. They're all right here. They're just plugged in on the right side. And then we're going to move on in. There's a power supply to these USB hubs, so that's the right side cord, and then the left cord is actually the connection that's going into your PC. But what we are doing is we're running them down into the bottom section, and then they're being plugged into another USB hub independent of the top section called a pluggable. Right here, these are the sync and USB cords for each of the DSLR cameras. They're going in from the left side. The sync is on the top, the USB is on the bottom, and then on the right side is the power supply going into the camera itself. That's all the cords that you're going to need for each of the 11 cameras, and they're all run from the top down through a hole across and then into the bottom section, going into the trigger box if it's a sync cable, and then the anchor USB hubs if it's a USB cable. And there are 11 of this setup, so it's a lot of cord. So now we're going to pan around and we're going to go down into the bottom section just to show what's actually being plugged down in the bottom. So there is an additional power strip that you're going to need to supply power to the 6 different plugs. These plugs are the power supply to the right power strip, and then there are 2 power supplies adjacent to it. There's the flash power supply, which is on the right side right here, and then it goes up and down to the left side over here. The other 2 cords that run out the right and the left are the actual flash sync cords. But anyway, the one I just pointed to was the power supply to the PC. It goes up the right side of the booth and then out the center hole and then into the PC. Finally, there are the power supply to the black power strip right here, and then the power supply to that USB pluggable. It's important to note that you're going to need at least 11 power supply spots for the 11 cameras. So right here is just that pluggable USB hub. This kind of tricks the computer to recognize more than 10 USB slots. We were having an issue at one point where it didn't allow you to do more than 10. But anyway, that is the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed.